Hello and welcome to phase one of the patio restoration project. So as you can see, this patio has been in disarray for many years. It was actually installed sometime in the 90s. There was this patio, there was also a permanent above ground pool and a deck, and over time the pool and deck kind of went away and the patio was just left in disarray. And this project is just to reclaim this patio area, and this is just phase one of the project. So as you can see, I'm just walking around just kind of showing you exactly how overgrown it is. There's a lot of dirt that has piled up over the years on the cracks of the pavers. So I'm just getting in there. I started out using a weed whacker, or it's like the blade that you can attachment that you can put on there. So that's what I was using to kind of break up the dirt, and I thought it was working pretty well. And then also I had a blower that I was able to just blow some of the dirt off, and you'll see me using that a lot later. But yeah, I just kept going with the edge trimmer with that metal blade attachment, and you'll see in a little bit that I kind of switch gears here after I realize that it's a lot more work using this, but it worked all right in the beginning, so I stuck with it. There's my dad. He's cutting the lawn, so he was doing some stuff out in the yard today. So I had him cut that little section so that we could roll in the tractor. And I think we probably had, I want to say there was maybe 5, 6, or 7 buckets full. I guess I could count here to keep track. But yeah, there was a lot of dirt that just had piled up, and yeah, between my mom and dad, they came and checked in on the project. There's my phone falling from the wind. Yeah, so you can see here, I've switched to just using that flat shovel, and that worked a lot better than using the edge trimmer. It was just, yeah, it wasn't doing enough. The edge trimmer to justify, like, running the motor, and the shovel was working fine. So I just switched to the shovel, and a lot of places it was very smooth to get the dirt off the cracks. And then I used the spade shovel to kind of edge up. You'll see the edging along that's the south edge of the patio. So I'm just kind of cutting away, finding where the edge of the patio is, and then using the flat shovel to dig it up. And we had to remove like part of that paneling, that rail, so it get under there. And yeah, here's just over by the back garage door, just cleaning up that little spot, getting that all good. And then the next thing that I did was got out the blower and started blowing everything to the north side of the patio. I was using the rake here to kind of dislodge any kind of clumps that were having a hard time getting blown up by the blowers, and that worked out pretty good. I only used the rake for a little bit until I felt like it wasn't needed, but that south side is kind of a little clumpy. It gets a little wet. You can see in the south west corner here, it gets a lot of clumps, and a lot of rain will collect in that area. That's going to be for a different phase, as trying to manage the water on this patio. So this is currently phase one of this project, and phase one, the goal was just to get all the dirt off of the patio, and just have a clear idea of where all the edges are. And I think by the end of this video, you're going to see that I think I accomplished that goal. And then phase 2 of the project is going to be going through all the cracks of the pavers where I can, using a flathead screwdriver, just getting all the dirt out, using air pressure hose, kind of blow in there and try to dislodge as much dirt and the roots that have grown in there over the years, and just getting that out, getting that all clear. And then phase 2 will end with just another blowdown with all the cracks exposed. Because a later phase, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some joint filler or some I think it's like polymeric sand, I think it's called, that will just be swept across all the pavers, and then some water applied, and it'll harden between those cracks. And then another phase will be worrying about water. But this is kind of where we left off with phase 1. You can see it's there's still a lot of work to do, but we're in a good place, and I think phase 2 is going to kick off tomorrow. And happy 4th of July to all the Americans out there. All right, thank you for your time.